Michael, if you'd come up here and just...
Thank you. This is great. I can walk off right now.
Can I sit next
to you? Okay. My father asking me to come up to speak today is actually indicative of a reoccurring theme that started in childhood. It started in the summer of 1987. We had just moved to San Diego from Edmonton, Alberta, which is in Canada. Some Canadians, awesome. We had moved into a house with a swimming pool, which is more of a novelty in Edmonton. In San Diego, it's more common. And one day, I was 5 years old, and I was doing what 5-year-old kids do. I was watching He-Man cartoons, playing with Legos. My dad stood up, looked at me, looked at the pool, looked at me again, walked over to me, picked me up with both hands, walked over to the pool and tossed me in. I flailed, I flopped, I coughed, I choked. I eventually made it to the stairs, and I was upset. A few days later, I was minding my own business, and my dad came up to me again. This time, I struggled. He picked me up, put me under his arm, dragged me over to the pool, and tossed me in again. I flailed, flopped, coughed, choked. I eventually made it to the stairs, and as you can imagine, I was upset. My mom had only witnessed me flailing and flopping in the pool, but after the second time, she started putting the pieces together. She went up to my dad to express some concern. She said, "Brian, I don't think this is the best introduction to swimming. You might traumatize Michael from swimming for the rest of his life." My dad bellowed, "Ha ha 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 ha! Oh, Barbara, you don't understand. He just throws himself into the pool." Later that summer, I made myself a paper boat, and I was at the edge of the pool, sailing it back and forth. And my sister, no doubt influenced by my father's example, snuck up behind me and pushed me into the pool. I flailed and flopped and coughed and choked. I made it to the stairs, and I was upset, but I was something else. I was angry, furious, I was livid, and I stared at her and I vowed that I'd have revenge. A couple weeks later, an opportunity presented itself. I was in the living room, and I glanced out the glass door to the pool, and I saw my sister there, crouched on the edge of the pool, waving her hand back and forth, looking very vulnerable. I took action. I snuck out the pool door. I paused like a tiger. And then I accelerated into a full sprint, both hands in front of me, anticipating the moment when my inertia would transfer to her body and launch her into the pool. I imagined myself grinning, satisfied, her flailing in the water, surprised. But at the last possible second, a mere inches from contact, like a freaking ninja, she jumped out of the way. And I went flying into the pool. I didn't know it at the time, but both my parents were sitting on the patio. And all they saw out of the corner of their eye was their son at a full sprint, running himself into the pool. My mom gasped, and my dad, "You see, Barbara? He just throws himself in." I learned some valuable things that summer. Number one, I learned how to swim. Number two, forgiveness is easier than revenge. And a lot less embarrassing. And most importantly, the things that you fear and that make you the most uncomfortable also teach you the most in the shortest period of time. Sometimes you just have to throw yourself in, unless you're lucky enough to have a great coach or a mentor who will do it for you and let you take the credit. Thank you.
Thank you.